Alex Eala ready to relish dream? Philippine Women's Open. Manila, Philippines. Alex Eala can't believe that her first home Women's Tennis Association tournament is finally happening. Eala, one of the sport's rising stars, looks to savor every moment of her dream Philippine Women's Open starting on Monday at Rizal Memorial Tennis Center. I'm so grateful and so a little kind of in disbelief that it's actually happening. It feels like just yesterday when this dream still felt so far away. But it happened. The matches have started. So I'm so happy to be here, said Eala in a press conference on Saturday. Eala, seeded number 2 in the country's first ever hosting of the WTA 125 tournament, takes on Russian Elena Kariva in the round of 32. The Filipino ace will have no shortage of inspiration when she plays her third tournament this year after the ASB Classic and Australian Open, seeing a massive support from the Filipinos, who have been more interested in tennis since her rise last year. So much gratitude. It's so crazy to see this community rallying behind me. This support has led to milestones like this, a home tournament for the Filipinas, Eala said. I like to think that people are really starting to get into tennis and are really interested in helping the sport and making it grow here. So I'm so thankful to everyone who's made the time, big or small, to support me and my journey. Eala's Australian Open main draw debut packed court 6 at Melbourne Park, where the Filipinos never stopped cheering, even after Eala lost momentum following a strong start and bowed out with a 6-0, 3-6, 2-6 loss to American Alicia Parks on Monday. The Filipinos were called out by the umpires several times for making noise during rallies, with Parks even complaining about the crowd. Novak Djokovic also said record-breaking crowds of the Australian Open are a very good problem, days after Eala drew a massive fan turnout. Grateful for support, Eala believes the Philippine Women's Open will continue to be a learning curve for Filipino fans as they get a chance to finally watch WTA games in Manila, just to enjoy mindfully. I think just to be respectful to the players and to try to absorb as much as you can from this experience. It doesn't happen very often here. I don't think it's ever happened before. I think if you keep an open mind and you enjoy while doing that, that's the best thing that you can do, she said. The Rafa Nadal Academy graduate is also excited for her fellow Filipino netters competing in the main draw and qualifiers. I think for Pinay tennis players, especially with juniors, it's a great opportunity to be exposed to this level and this competition. I think the WTA brings a different vibe, of course, because of the professionalism and the types of players that are around. This draw, specifically, I think, is filled with very experienced players, said Eala. I am thinking back if I was a junior pod in and I have this kind of tournament, I would be so eager, so motivated. It will just be a great experience overall. Eala can't exactly say how the Philippine Women's Open will change the landscape of the sport in the country, but she hopes the level of competition and interest will naturally come after this historic week. Things will happen naturally. Having a tournament like this brings in a lot of players, a lot of good competition, and a lot of matches. So I think with people or the locals being exposed to this competition and this environment, naturally, they'll get into it or things will happen in a natural manner. So it's really hard for me to say, she said. Top of form.